Yo, halo semuanya. Yo, yo, halo, halo, cek, kedengeran nggak? Semuanya kedengeran. Ya, halo semuanya, balik lagi anakku di halo di project halo kok. Nah, bang aja halo aja bang, panggil aku halo. Dan hari ini aku main game. Aku udah pernah main di game sih sebenarnya. Dan game seru. Sabar. Jadi aku belum. Banget kalau nanti misalnya nah buset, sabar udah inilah nggak apa-apa.
Hard. But it's protocol, so I have to walk you through the basics anyway. So, let's get started. We have security cameras all around the restaurant, and if you bring up the camera panel, you'll be able
Sabar, nge-lag lagi.
You have one new message.
Hi, hello. I'm the junior manager here at the restaurant. I'm supposed to walk you through the job as our new security guard. From your resume, I can tell that you're already a well-experienced guard. But, it's protocol, so I have to walk you through the basics anyway. So, let's get started. We have security cameras all around the restaurant, and if you bring up the camera panel, you'll be able to view the feed from each camera by pressing the camera button.
Udah matiin subtitle dulu aja. Kenapa gua pakai subtitle itu sama ini beda jauh. Sama restoran waktu bla bla bla.
You have one new message.
Hi, hello. I'm the junior manager here at the restaurant. I'm supposed to walk you through the job as our new security guard. From your resume, I can tell that you're already a well-experienced guard. But, it's protocol, so I have to walk you through the basics anyway. So, let's get started. We have security cameras all around the restaurant, and if you bring up the camera panel, you'll be able to view the feed from each camera by pressing the camera buttons on the minimap. Now, our lights are always off during the night. Obviously, because it'd be a waste of power to leave them on all night. So to actually see something on the cameras, you can activate the camera system's night vision mode. You activate night vision by clicking on the button of whatever camera you're currently viewing. So for example, say you want to see what's on camera 1. You bring up the camera panel, you click on the button that says Cam 01, and then to use night vision, you click on Cam 01 again. Once night vision is activated, you can click on any of the other cameras and view them with night vision as well. You turn it off the same way you turn it on. Now, night vision takes more power than regular vision, so make sure you use it sparingly. Your first priority as a security guard here is to keep an eye on the animatronics. Those are really expensive machines, and we do not want them stolen. And you keep an eye on them through the cameras. We have quite a few animatronics here at Candy's. There's of course the cats Candy and Cindy, there's Chester the chimpanzee, there's the penguins, just lots I tell ya. So, you also have 3 security doors in your office, each of which can be closed by pressing the door button by each door. These are here in case you're in some sort of danger, but personally I just use them to shut myself off from the world when I need a break. But don't let me be your role model on that one. You need to remember that closing these doors takes power, and the longer they're closed, the more power they drain. Now, I know that sounds kinda backwards, but you have to trust me on that one. I think it's something about the doors having an automatic fail-safe feature in case the power gets cut off, you know, so they open up if there's no more power. All I know for sure is that they do use more and more power the longer they're closed, so you don't want to keep them closed for too long at a time. Now, the reason I keep mentioning the power is because the restaurant uses a backup power generator at night, which only has a certain amount of juice in it. So anything from viewing the cameras to using the security doors takes power. You can see how much power you have left on the computer on the desk in front of you. Try not to run out of power. If you do though, you won't be stuck in the office since the doors will always open up anyway. Oh, and one last thing. The animatronics aren't completely turned off at night, so they might start walking around a bit. But just be careful not to let any of them into the office, cause we have stuff in there we don't want damaged or anything. Though, don't bother with the ticket booth door, they won't attempt to get in through there. That should be all. You'll hear from me again on your next shift. Have a good night.
Pertama aku sih nggak tahu susah. Boom. Ada 1, 2, 3, 4 cam yang ada. Complete 3%. Nanti habis pertama kita benerin dulu ini. Nah, kan kena. Betul banget kan ini gitu. Mana satu lagi. Baiklah. cukup menakutkan. Mengapa gini? Ini hilang satu, saudara. Dua sejoli. Kenapa ada dua sejoli coy? Pada spek. Mana di bakal kanan masih sisa makanya boom. Mana? Oh betul. Oh, let's go. Nah segini cukup kali ya. Coba kau mau pro lagi?
1. New message.
Hey there. I put up a note today to gather some intel on the animatronics from the other employees. Just to get a list of the issues we've had with them. They've written down some stuff here for you, so let's see. Alright, so obviously the animatronics walk around at night, you know that by now. They try to get to places they shouldn't be. Yep. They act weird after dark. Yep. They don't like adults. I mean, I suppose. They always seem nice around children. Around us employees, they just kinda stare at you. I always thought they just hadn't been coded to interact with anyone other than children. But some of the other employees have felt threatened by them now and then. But I know that some of them are also superstitious morons. So who knows if they just became scared when the animatronic looked at them in the eyes or something. Anyway, one last thing on the list here. The last penguin interferes with the system. There's a sentence I never thought I'd say. We have these penguin animatronics as waiters. They take people's orders and whatnot. We used to have 3 of them, but 2 of them broke down and haven't been fixed yet. I think they're referring to the 3rd penguin that still works, or, well, apparently it doesn't quite work. So yeah, definitely don't let him into the office. His presence alone could probably destroy our systems. Well, that'll be it for now. I'll be sure to leave another message for your next shift.
Why, Ari? Come on. Why? Yeah. Mana? Ah, fuck. Hey there. Hello. Penguinnya masih jauh. Anda di situ. Santai bisa gak sih? Fuck. Hello there. Get out. Good. Alright. 40% saudara-saudara. Oke, bisa teman. Tujuh belas menit ternyata sampai 17 menit. Nggak sebentar. Soalnya aku. Lah.
Glow and Lovely. Mau kulit bersih dan glowing? Ayo beralih ke ahlinya. Baru, Glow and Lovely Derma Glow Facial Foam.
Ever been jump scared? It's pretty scary. It's just great that the fan games are at times even scarier than the games made by Scott. I have 6 of the scariest FNAF games I could find, and the order of games will get progressively scarier until we play the scariest FNAF game. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Enjoy. Alright, starting off here we have Chuck E. Cheese Rebooted, and it is an absolutely terrifying but pretty old FNAF game. Let's get into it. This game immediately scares you, even when you're not even on the game. The scares start before you even launch the game. The application alone, seeing Chucky stare you down, is already just completely haunting. So let's move on to the actual game with the night 1. And this game looks phenomenal. Even all this time later, the game still holds up. On stage are all the animatronics, and they look pretty happy to be there. I'm joking, they look like they want to absolutely kill me. This game is pretty similar to FNAF 1, in that you need to wait for animatronics to move. When they move, they will be gone from their stage, and by this point, they will be roaming around the pizzeria. Yeah, so kind of like FNAF 1. On night 1, the only threat is Chuck E. Cheese himself, the main antagonist. And Chucky is by far the simplest animatronic in this game. How he works is he will make his way toward your office. And when you see Chucky get toward the door behind you and he will make some audio, pretty simple, you have to shut the door. And that is how you get rid of Chucky. Pretty simple. This night was extremely easy and I completed it in my first go. And at this point, we get toward the post-night section. Your objective here is to find different items. If you select all these items and you don't select the wrong one, and we'll get to that later, you will complete this section and move on to the next night with a bonus 2 hours already completed. So pretty much Plushtrap from FNAF 4. So night 2 begins and we have to face a new animatronic. This animatronic is Mascot. How Mascot works is he will go through your cameras and eventually he will make his way toward your office. Unlike Chuck E. Cheese, Mascot will just stay at your office and you cannot shut the door, basically ending your game. And I didn't actually know Mascot can literally hold the door in place. So when this happened first time in my game, my jaw dropped. This was by far the most terrifying experience I've ever had in a FNAF game, because you don't expect this to happen, yet it happens, and yeah, it is bad. To get rid of Mascot, he kind of acts like Freddy in FNAF 1. You have to keep your camera on him, and this will basically just get rid of him. With that, eventually I would complete night 2 and move on to night 3. And again, we had the post-night section, but this time I failed it and I was met with a jump scare. So yeah, let's move on to night 3, where we see a new animatronic. This animatronic is Jasper T. Joels. How Jasper works is he will obviously go off his stage and will eventually make his way toward your office. Unlike the other animatronics, however, Jasper will be located in front of your desk. If you see Jasper doing this, you must use the stage call. Using this will reset Jasper to his original position and he will go through his cycle again. We also have another animatronic, and this is Mr. Munch. Mr. Munch will go off his stage, and by this point he will go through your cameras. If you see Mr. Munch pop on your camera, you have to select that camera and keep on that camera for around 3 to 5 seconds. The camera will go static and eventually Mr. Munch will go back to his stage. If you fail to do this, however, you will be met with a quick jump scare. You have around 10 seconds until Mr. Munch will jump scare you, making him a top priority for the later nights. My strat remained the same. I would check for Mascot on the camera. Once I find Mascot, I would pretty much have a waiting game until Mr. Munch moved from his stage. At that point, I would immediately go ahead and check where he was. And with Jasper, well, I will know when he's in my office because he will be in my view, so pretty simple. And with Chuck E. Cheese himself, well, I check the door once every so often. If I see him there or if I hear him, I will shut the door. And this strat will eventually eventually get me through night 3, and we will eventually get to night 4. And I forgot to say, I failed the post-night section again. So far we are only one successful post-night shift, so that's great. For night 4, we have a new animatronic, and this is Helen. With Helen, she will eventually go off her stage, and by this point, she will make her way toward your cameras. Helen will roam around the pizzeria until she makes a noise. When she makes her noise, and this can be several sounds, but when you hear her noise, you have to sound the stage call, and this will send her back toward the main stage. So it's kind of like Jasper, but a little bit more harder because we don't actually know when she will use her sound. We need to pay very close attention. I found Helen to be very annoying, and her jump scare as well is just terrifying. Seeing this chicken jump scare me and the just bland and dead face they make, it really just gives that eerie vibe that I absolutely love in a really good FNAF game. Like top tier jump scares here, guys. Just top tier. I would complete night 4, and this will lead us on to night 5, where we now have every single animatronic out and about. And the last animatronic we have to take care of is Pasquale. And this little Italian man is just kind of like Foxy. In fact, it literally is Foxy. How Pasquale works is he will eventually make a movement in his stage area, and if you see this, you have to sound the stage call. Again, the stage call is a all-in-one fix. It literally takes care of 3 different animatronics. So you can tell what I did. I spammed it like a lot because even if I didn't know where Helen was, I would just use it because using the stage call doesn't really make the animatronics more aggressive. So in knowing that, I just used the absolute I used it, and I used it a lot. This night took me upwards of an hour to complete. The animatronics just kept on moving, and it felt like every single second a new animatronic would just appear out of nowhere. This night was just brutal. The worst part about this night was dealing with Chuck E. Cheese and Jasper at the exact same time, because the problem is if you get Jasper when Chucky spawns, you're pretty much screwed. The only way to deal with this is to use the stage call and then immediately look behind you to shut the door, but the timing is so tight, and even one mistake can just lead to an instant death. And this happens quite often. They like to spawn with each other a lot. So I had to be very careful to not screw up. And with a bunch of practice and a bunch of attempts, I would eventually get a really good run where I would beat the night and thankfully finish this absolutely horrifying game. This one was tough. And we say hello to the extras menu, where we get to see a bunch of cool stuff, including the characters, the jump scares, unused content, and this game was overall an absolute blast to play. It is one of the scariest FNAF fan games out there. Gem of a game. Overall, Chuck E. Cheese Rebooted gets a scare rating of 2 out of 5. Let's get into our next game. This next game is The Joy of Creation Reborn. I know it's not the Joy of Creation story mode, however later on we will get to the new Joy of Creation game, so keep watching for that. I thought we'd go back to memory lane and play the original Joy of Creation, the free roam. So that would experience scary. Its name is called Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. This game takes place in the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You, the night guard, have to face the animatronics, which have been deactivated. However, suddenly throughout the night, you will see they aren't so deactivated. They move a lot, and this of all the looks like you shouldn't be playing this game.